My name is Antonia Washington. Everyone calls me Nia. My oldest brother was Lawrence Daquan Davis. Everyone called him Day. He was killed at his very first job on the very first day as a temporary worker.
His first day at work was his last. The accident happened here at the Bacardi plant on Jacksonville's north side.
For many, it's come down to finding any work to get by. As a result, more people are turning to local temp agencies.
Businesses have been hiring more temporary workers than any other kind.
Many people think about temporary work simply is not a reality.
I remember when a temp worker was a temp worker. That's dramatically changed. Now, sometimes as much as 90% of workforces are temp workers.
The term temp work has nothing to do with the length of these work assignments. It speaks to the nature of the employment relationship.
Every industry gets safer every year, and it's going in the complete opposite direction for temp workers.
It's easy to quantify the number of workers being killed because that's reported. What doesn't always get reported is who they worked for.
It's the best kept secret in the temp industry.
Day had studied to be a medical assistant.
He was the father figure. He was always there.
Temporary blue-collar workers in Florida were 6 times more likely to be injured. And you can see right here, he goes underneath the machine.
He didn't know what was going on, and you can tell because he looked confused just running across the thing.
They have to hit the ground running. It's not a training situation.
OSHA found nearly a dozen violations.
15
and these
violations, 13 of them labeled as serious.
But even then, now we have this evidence of what they do. What do we do now?
One person is still unaccounted for after yesterday's massive explosion.
A 41-year-old man fell into a working meat blender.
Overcome by some sort of chemical.
The company relied on temporary worker who started here a few weeks ago.
By an industrial mixer working on a temporary basis.
You don't work here no more. You don't work here no more. You don't work here no more. So please go away. You don't work here no more. You don't work here no more.
Government talked about that. That is something that we can influence in the United States at every state level.
The temp industry has remained a very strong political lobby. They've become deeply entrenched in our way of doing business. Outsourcing the issue of safety to some outside agency clearly makes no sense.
It doesn't add up. The story doesn't add up, period, to me.